Fighting fires in San Diego County is one of the toughest missions, and often the first ones flying in are not firefighters.
Contra 11, go for 4-star.
That's the San Diego County Sheriff's Department's ASTRIA, or Aerial Support to Regional Enforcement Agencies Unit. It plays a unique role in fire suppression and rescue operations for CAL FIRE San Diego. They have 7 helicopters and fly about 2,000 emergency calls every year.
It's been extremely successful. It's the only one like it, where you have the fire side of the house meeting with the law enforcement side of the house for this mission. And this far, it's been a raving success.
That's Sergeant Scott Bly, one of the fire pilots. The morning for the ASTRIA pilots and CAL FIRE crew starts off with a fire weather briefing.
Coastal area is going to be mostly sunny, 67 to 72.
Then they head off for some training with the new harnesses. The ASTRIA helicopter is the only one that does rescues for the county for CAL FIRE. But they are a critical asset when it comes to fighting fires because they are the only helicopter that stays within county lines, and they're often the first one on scene.
We send a full aerial and ground response to it, just in case. We never know, especially with some of the winds and the low humidities that we have and high temperatures, and we're going to be there for it in case it does run.
And every attack is dangerous. The pilots fighting these missions are on another level. Just to be a fire pilot for ASTRIA, you have to have 2,000 helicopter hours. They're dealing with conditions and hazards that standard pilots are not prepared to handle.
The smoke, the power lines, the trees or snags, the terrain, and the winds, especially on fires, can be absolutely hellacious. But we're not going to push it to the point where we're going to have that mishap. We're going to understand what our limitations are and what the limitations of the aircraft are, and go up until that point.
And the missions that stay with him are the ones that involve children, like when he was on a fire a few years back in North County.
Saw a bunch of children's toys in the backyard, so I knew, that kids are living at that house. And we shifted our mission to save that particular house. Our efforts saved that house, so it was pretty satisfying knowing that those kids got to go back to their house.
And what he's learned in the 20 years he's been fighting fires with the ASTRIA unit: be ready for anything.
You can send me all the weather reports you want and tell me that it's going to be horrible or it's going to be great, and it could be 180 degrees out from what we plan on. So we're always going to be ready to do whatever comes our way.
Kitty Alvarado, KPBS News.